Hello tubers, welcome to my build of Wasteland 3 in Supreme Jerk mode. This is part 2 of the series where I discuss how to start a team. I'd previously intended to include combat tips, but this is going to be as long as it is. To start, the first tip is to customize our team from scratch and not get any of the pre-built teams being offered. Why? Well, every point counts, especially in the beginning, so it helps to start out right. Second, if we play through the game before, there are certain skills that will make the game much easier in the early part of the game. From the ambush to Ranger HQ, spoiler alert, we'll need nerd stuff, mechanics, explosives, and lockpicking in that short trip. I no longer remember how many points each, probably 1 point each, but these skills are needed. Jarrett Dorsey also requires 2 points of melee combat, but I never got to complying with that. Once we get to talk to the Patriarch, leadership and barter can be useful also. That is why our first 2 characters may end up with 1 or 2 points of beginner skills. Skills that we need at the beginning which we can discontinue to give to someone else later. As the game progresses, we can always retrain a team member, but every time we retrain a guy, it's going to cost us more and more money the more team members we retrain. And like I said in my previous video, the 3 items that will always be in short supply in this game are money, points, and bullets. At the very start, we need 1 sniper and 1 automatic weapons, or AR guy. For character background, there are several options. Bookworm gives a bit more experience, and +1 barter, or +1 kiss ass, or +1 hard ass is also good for the assigned specialists. So let's name our sniper Bonnie for lack of a better name. For the attributes of a sniper, we'll need a lot of awareness because it improves hit chance, perception, and range damage bonus. For every turn, the sniper will usually have only 1 shot, so it's best that we make it count and deal the max damage possible. In Wasteland 3, I don't seem to need much of speed and intelligence. For these attributes, even in mid-game, I don't seem to be handicapped if I keep these down to 2 or 3 bars. On the contrary, luck and charisma seem to be more important from my playthroughs. Luck is self-explanatory. I played a game where my sniper was allowed to shoot 3 times in a turn because of luck, and you can imagine how that turned out. As you can see here, luck affects almost every aspect, and my favorite kind of luck is being given another shot. I gained more from luck than from intelligence, but that's based on my own playstyle. The developers may have intended differently. Ultimately, Wasteland 3 is about combat, and luck affects combat a lot. An extra shot, a 1-shot kill, being able to evade a hit, all of these are influenced by luck. More charisma means that we stack up on our special strikes faster, and this also makes us level up faster. More on this in a while. Coordination gives us more action points, but on sniper rifles, no matter how high our coordination is, we can usually shoot only once per turn. That's why we have to make the shot count. So again, for snipers, we need more awareness than coordination. Strength is how much health we have and how much armor we can carry. For quirks, my favorite for the 4 members of the team is Waste Roamer, simply because that makes us immune to everything. Fire, freezing, poison, shock, and bleeding. Yes, we will take damage, but we will not bleed, burn, be poisoned, and so on. However, this comes at a price. We gain 15% less experience. Loading up on charisma will offset this handicap somewhat, and maybe being a bookworm will also help. But to me, this minus 15% less experience is a fair trade-off for being immune to literally everything. You can try other quirks, but Waste Roamer has allowed me to keep on going without the hassle of curing team members for poison or other status effects. At least 4 of them are immune to all effects. This is a game of trade-offs. We'll have to make choices based on what helps our playing style the most. Let's move to the AR guy, which I will name Clyde. His character background and quirk are exactly the same as Bonnie's, except, however, for attributes, he loads up more on coordination than the sniper. With coordination, he can have 8 action points at the beginning, so he can fire the automatic rifle twice in a turn, and that is huge at the beginning of the game. It's okay if he loses a bit of awareness or chances to hit, because for every shot he has 3 bullets going in, unlike the sniper who's only got 1 bullet. And we need one of them to have first aid, even if it's just 1 point. So here's Bonnie and here's Clyde. This is a sample run where you can see lockpicking, explosives, and mechanics being used in one area. Also, in this clip, notice that if we are using the sniper to loot through the boxes, she'll end up with a better sniper rifle. But if the AR guy was doing the looting, most probably he will be given a better automatic rifle. This doesn't happen to all loots, but I have discovered that in some areas this works. The loot that will show up will be useful to that specific looter, be it a sniper or whatever. In this clip, I got the Hog Hunter, which we don't usually see until 3 to 5 levels into the game, and here I got it early. Which is another tip which I'm sure I will repeat in this video and in future videos. Try to get the cool stuff early. That really cool weapon is not very useful if we get it at the last mission, but if we got it in mid-game, well, that's a game changer. This game allows some liberties like that, so let's take advantage of it. As we stagger our way to Ranger HQ, we get the opportunity to get 2 more team members. Let's avail of that chance, and in my build I focus on stacking on Hard Ass and Kiss Ass as quickly and as much as I can. For another spoiler alert, these are the skills most useful in the succeeding levels of the game. At the start of the game, lockpicking, nerd stuff, hard ass, smart ass, first aid, explosives. Mid-game, barter, survival, mechanics, animal whisperer, toaster repair, weapons modding, armor modding, leadership. Late game, sneaky shit, weird science. This kind of setup will allow us to pass the most skill checks, but we will still miss out on some. If possible, most of these skills should be at around level 10 by the time we get to Yuma County. Here are some of my thoughts on skills. Some skills don't have to be all the way up to 10. For example, for survival, we can get by with around 7 points. With armor and weapons, we can just bump these up to carry the armor and weapon available without penalty. There definitely will be benefits to go higher, but since the points are in short supply, we'll need to use them wisely. Some skills that really benefit going all the way up to 10 is Kiss Ass, Hard Ass, Sneaky Shit, Lockpicking, and Nerd Stuff. Some weapons can only be used at level 10, but that's limited to 1 or 2 weapons, so not everybody has to get to that point. Also, when we level up and gain points, we don't need to use them up immediately. I usually stack up on points until I reach a situation where there's a skill check and then I use the points. Just because we have the points already doesn't mean we have to spend it immediately. This goes for perks too. There are also some skills that several members can use, meaning that it's okay for several of the guys to be carrying that skill. One is Animal Whisperer, where several guys can have pets. Another is First Aid, because if our chief medic is down, then we need another guy to revive him. Leadership can also be distributed so that if one leader is away, there might be another one nearby. That said, I've found that there are special skills I'm lukewarm about. One is leadership, because I somehow can't notice the benefits of better leadership. For me, a lucky team seems to work better than a well-led team. Anywho, you can draw up your own conclusions based on your own playstyle. Once we get to Ranger HQ, we can get 2 more members. So here's Thelma and here's Luis. One of them usually specializes in hard ass, mechanics, and toaster repair, and the other one specializes in kiss ass, animal whisperer, and leadership. They seem to look the same. I don't sweat on their looks because by the time they are all decked in armor, looks won't matter anymore. For the 5th member, I take Darius Kwon. He's a placeholder companion because where I'm going at the end game, he won't be around, so eventually I will replace him with Pizepi, Fish Lips, or Scotchmo. However, Kwon is useful. I stack him up with armor modding so that I can mod a lot of armor early in the game. The last member of the team is Lucia Wesson. Some say she'll jump ship before the end of the game, but with the way I'm playing, she sticks it out with me until the end game, and she's a gunslinger, which has some special perks when using guns. Duh. So the team is Bonnie and Clyde, Thelma and Luis, Kwon and Lucia. Somewhere along the mid-game, I'll replace Quan, and then we're off until the end game. And just to demo the team, here's a sample mission. This is not so hard, with 3 or 4 enemies, but it just demonstrates that the team can hold its own on Supreme Jerk mode. I hope this has been helpful. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you again on the next part of the series, where I discuss details on combat.
Shot. Got him blind. Good work, everybody.